performance for tonight is Gaza Monologues. Gaza Monologues are personal stories of groups of children from Gaza, which were sent to the world and performed simultaneously on October 17, 2010, by over 1,500 youth in more than 50 cities in 36 countries, all over the world. Since 2010, ASHTAR Theatre and its partners and friends worldwide have performed the Gaza Monologues, and this year, Princeton's Committee on Palestine has joined the global initiative. So first we have Yoshi Su, followed by Kanoa Mulling. Please give a round of applause. Yoshi Su, Kanoa Mulling.
A day before the war, Gaza for me was joy and happiness, trips and going to the sea. Life seemed to be happy, and I wasn't thinking about anything. I had one dream, that Gaza would develop in arts and sports. I felt that everything was fine, except these two things. But it turned out nothing was fine. Arts, sports, health, or safety. It's all the same. Gaza stopped being the city of my dreams, because my dream is to be an actor. Am I going to be an actor for 20 people in Gaza and wait till the borders open? If it was in my hands, I would reduce as much as possible war, death, and violence. It's a shame for every drop of blood that falls on the ground. I hate the silence and abnormal tolerance that people have. I wish all Gaza would wake up tomorrow and walk the streets shouting loudly, "Enough!" When the war started, we were playing football, and the atmosphere was strange. The sky was red. Suddenly, we heard the sound of a plane. I've never heard a sound like that. We were scared, and we lay down on the ground, waiting for death. After that, we heard the sound of loud explosion meters away from us. We started looking into each other's faces and silently saying goodbye. Turned out the bombing wasn't meant for us. It was targeting a car of wanted men on the road above. But we kept lying down, waiting for the second rocket. And all I could think about were my two older brothers who were with me. I was more afraid for them than for myself. And I think they also felt the same way. I carried my sports shorts and ran away from the field. As I ran, I stepped on a piece of shrapnel. I took it out of my leg and went into the streets and saw them. There were 3 martyrs, and you couldn't make out their features. The first one's legs were on fire. He was looking at me and I at him. Among everyone there, he was warning me about something I didn't understand. It was then I knew he was warning me about a car coming fast towards us. Then I knew the real meaning of death. And instead of 3 martyrs, there could have been 4. I was shocked at the scene. I stood there watching. And when I woke up after passing out, I ran home. The war came and went, and we're still living it. It's always the poor people who are the victims. Even when there's an earthquake or a flood in any country, the victims are the poor people. As if there's a universal conspiracy against them. After the war, everyone started lying to everyone else. Lies, cheating, dishonesty, deceitfulness. For interests and power, leaders and powerful people commit slaughters and crimes without even batting an eyelid or feeling any guilt. The poor people get poorer, the sick ones sicker. I've lost trust in all models. The biggest speeches from the biggest leaders is bullshit. All the speeches in the world don't warm up a cold person or someone sleeping in a tent after the war. The crisis is that the whole world is watching us as though there's nothing going on. And they're still making speeches.
Neighborhood kids loved him. He was calmer than the breeze. He would take his pocket money from my father and give it to me. Everyone loved him. His friends came out and they went out and went to school together. They went out running like butterflies. The whole world was created for them. The Israeli planes were in the air. The sound of the helicopter was like a monster waiting to pounce on his prey. There was a car full of wanted men driving down Yarmouk Street, and the butterflies were near the car. The butterflies didn't know that the car had a fire that would burn them. A rocket fell on the car. My brother, Tarek, flew 5 meters off the ground. He flew higher than the car and then fell down, walking. And nothing was the matter with him. The ambulance came to take away the corpses. And they said that he should get into the ambulance too. But he told them that nothing's the matter with me. And so he just kept on going to school. Meters later, he put his hand on his heart, fell. A martyr. I was waiting in the street for the bus, and my sister told me to run up and see what was going on. I did, but I didn't see Tarek, so I just kept on going to school. In the middle of class, my uncles came and told me, "You will take 3 days off of school." I didn't suspect anything. We just got in the car. And my uncle told the driver to turn off the news. Then I started getting suspicious. Because my uncle loves the news. When we got back to my house, there was a big crowd waiting for us. Before I got down, I saw my father sitting in the chair, crying. Never seen my father cry. I went up to him and I asked, "Father, is my brother martyred?" He said, "God, have mercy on his soul." The ambulance brought him home to us from the hospital. We all ran up to say goodbye to him. He was sleeping like an angel. My father refused to let any of us go with him to the cemetery. But I got in the car and I said goodbye and said the Fatiha prayer on his grave. I went back for 3 months, every day, just to sit on the grave and talk to him. At night, I look at his picture on the wall with the hero, martyr. Ever since my brother was martyred, I got used to sleeping in the bed by myself. We used to sleep one on top of the other, legs on top of heads. Sometimes it felt like all our limbs were jumbled together. But now, I have a bed to myself. I'll never forget.